Coordinates: 47 degrees 22 minutes 11 seconds north, 8 degrees 32 minutes 22 seconds east, 47.369602 degrees north, 8.539449 degrees east, 47.369602. 8.539449. Credit Suisse Group AG is a global investment bank and financial services firm founded and based in Switzerland. Headquartered in Zurich, it maintains offices in all major financial centers around the world and is one of the 9 global banks providing services in investment banking, private banking, asset management, and shared services. It is known for strict bank client confidentiality and banking secrecy. The Financial Stability Board considers it to be a systemically important bank. Credit Suisse was founded in 1856 to fund the development of Switzerland's rail system. It issued loans that helped create Switzerland's electrical grid and the European rail system. In the 1900s, it began shifting to retail banking in response to the elevation of the middle class and competition from fellow Swiss banks UBS and Julius Baer. Credit Suisse partnered with First Boston in 1978. After a large failed loan put First Boston under financial stress, Credit Suisse bought a controlling share of the bank in 1988. From 1990 to 2000, the company made a series of acquisitions, dramatically increasing its market share via the purchases of Winterthur Group, Swiss Volksbank, Swiss American Securities Inc., and Bank Lou, among others. The biggest institutional shareholders of Credit Suisse include the Qatar Investment Authority, U.S. mutual fund providers Harris Associates and Dodge & Cox, the Central Bank of Norway and the Saudi Arabian Olayan Group. The company restructured itself in 2002, 2004 and 2006. It was one of the least affected banks during the global financial crisis, but afterwards began shrinking its investment business, executing layoffs and cutting costs. The bank was at the center of multiple international investigations for tax avoidance, which culminated in a guilty plea and the forfeiture of $2.6 billion United States dollars in fines from 2008 to 2012. In 2017, Credit Suisse had 1.376 trillion Swiss francs of assets under management, an increase of 9.9% from 2016. Credit Suisse Group AG is organized as a joint stock company registered in Zurich that operates as a holding company. It owns the Credit Suisse Bank and other interests in the financial services business. Credit Suisse is governed by a board of directors, its shareholders, and independent auditors. The board of directors organize the annual general meeting of shareholders, while investors with large stakes in the company determine the agenda. Shareholders elect auditors for 1-year terms, approve the annual report and other financial statements, and have other powers granted by law. Shareholders elect members of the board of directors to serve a 3-year term based on candidates nominated by the chairman's and governance committee, and the board of directors meet 6 times a year to vote on company resolutions. The board sets Credit Suisse's business strategies and approves its compensation principles based on guidance from the compensation committee. It also has the authority to create committees that delegate specific management functions. Credit Suisse has 2 divisions: private banking and wealth management, and investment banking. A shared services department provides support functions like risk management, legal, and marketing to all areas. Operations are divided into 4 regions: Switzerland, Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, the Americas, and the Asian Pacific. Credit Suisse Private Banking has wealth management, corporate and institutional businesses. Credit Suisse Investment Banking handles securities, investment research, trading, prime brokerage, and capital procurement. Credit Suisse Asset Management sells investment classes, alternative investments, real estate, equities, fixed income products, and other financial products. Credit Suisse's founder, Alfred Escher, was called the spiritual father of the railway law of 1852 for his work defeating the idea of a state-run railway system in Switzerland in favor of Privatization. Escher founded Credit Suisse jointly with Allgemeine Deutsche Kreditanstalt in 1856 primarily to provide domestic funding to railway projects, avoiding French banks that wanted to exert influence over the railway system. Escher aimed to start the company with 3 million shares and instead sold 218 million shares in 3 days. The bank was modeled after Crédit Mobilier, a bank funding railway projects in France that was founded 2 years prior. Except Credit Suisse had a more conservative lending policy focused on short to medium-term loans. In its first year of operation, 25% of the bank's revenues was from the Swiss Northeastern Railway, which was being built by Escher's company, Nordostbahn. Credit Suisse played a substantial role in the economic development of Switzerland, helping the country develop its currency system, funding entrepreneurs and investing in the Gotthard Railway, which connected Switzerland to the European R.